Yo, what's going on, guys? Dark Monster here, and today we're talking about Magic the Gathering Arena. This is going to be a intro guide as to what is Magic the Gathering Arena, what is MTGA, how to get started, and things like that. And also a glimpse into how I play, because I play this game completely free. I am 100% free to play on this version of Magic the Gathering. I have put plenty of money into the physical card game, and I've even done a little bit of stuff on the other online platform, which looks like Windows 98, otherwise known as MTGO. But this one, I am completely free to play, and I have been enjoying that so much. And I've been in the game since it released in beta years ago. I can actually try to see exactly when. Give me just a moment, because I actually have videos on my channel from so many years ago. Probably could have just where's it looks like about 3 years ago, roughly 3 years ago, we'll say. I honestly pushing probably 4 almost, but somewhere around 3 years ago we started playing on Arena, and I have not put in any money whatsoever. There's not even a payment method connected to it, never has been. But there's a variety of ways that you can play and earn things for free and grind up until you start getting into a good loop where you can honestly keep up with pretty competitive things. Now, when you first boot up the game, you're going to be greeted by this little annoying little flying around light source thing, and it's going to talk to you, and it's going to bring you through the tutorials. It's going to have you fight basic little things, teaching you how to play Magic the Gathering, because this game is really good for pretty much everybody who wants to play an online experience or a more video gamey kind of experience for Magic. It's good to teach new players. It's good for returning players once they get past all that. And it's good for people like me who like to constantly open cards and build new decks and brew things together. And it's good no matter what format you want to play, as far as the more standard and up to date current set formats. It doesn't support the older formats, but that's it's a horse for another color, a topic for another time. But when you first get started, they'll give you a bunch of decks and upgrade them over time. You'll do these color challenges, you'll fight in AI, and you do all these things, and you earn cards and you get decks, and you don't have to worry about building your own. They'll build one for you for a while, and at some point you'll start unlocking cards, and you can then start playing online people and do all sorts of things. But regardless of what you're doing, when you play, you get these quests here, and these reset once a day, and they stack up to 3 times. And if you do your job correctly and time it just right, you can do 3 sets of 3 a week. That's what I used to do when I was streaming this game all the damn time. Now I keep it to just 1 night a week, but you can do 3 quests, wait 3 days, 3 quests, and then wait a few days, and somewhere between there'll be a little bit of overlap where you'll get all 3 reset just in time. So I would do it on Monday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Because by the time I did them on Monday night, and I come back on Wednesday night, there'll be 3 more, and then I come back on Friday night, and there'll be 3 more, and then I come back on Monday night, and there'll be 3 more. Depending on what time I stopped playing and when I completed them and things like that. But for the most part, that was accurate. And you can earn somewhere between, 1,500, which is 1.5 packs for free, to, give me a second while I math out here. It'd be 750 times 3 maximum. That'd be 2,000 something gold, less than 250. So probably, if it's not 2,500, it'd be 2,250, which is a little over 2 packs. But you'll be somewhere in between, because you'll get 500 or 700 quests. So if it's two 500s and a 750, it's a 1750 amount of gold. But packs cost 1,000, and events cost a bit of a variety. All right, I had to cough there. Speaking of variety, there are a lot of game modes to choose from, and you won't have access to a lot of them right away. You get more as you go along, and honestly, I don't play hardly any of them. I don't play any of these events. I just don't. It's not what I want to do. It's not how I choose to spend my time, but there's a lot of benefit and reward to doing so. Some of them require you to pay premium currency. So, for instance, if we go to traditional sealed is a game mode where you get 6 packs of cards, you open them all up, and you build the best 40 card deck that you can based on those 6 packs that you opened. If you were to do that, it would require 2,000 gems. For the most part, that means that you're going to buy the gems from the store using real life monies. But I don't ever do that. You can earn gems, but we'll get to that later. I probably should have stuck with that a little bit more. Then there's draft. For this one, it's traditional draft of Crimson Vow, the newest set, Crimson Vow. Draft is you get 3 packs, you open one, you take a look at what cards are there, and you pick one, and you pass that pack to the person who's in your pool in one direction, and then the person who's on the opposite side of you, so from left to right, the person on your right will pass one to you, missing one card, and you'll take your pick out of all those until at some point all the cards have been picked out of that pack. And then you guys will each open up another pack and you'll pass it around. Now, that's how it's done in real life. In MTGA for draft, they kind of simulate that without having you put into a pool of a bunch of people at once. You kind of draft against bots that don't exist and they don't actually build decks, so it's really weird. I don't particularly like that part of it, but it does give you a basic intro to drafting, and you can get a lot of benefits from doing it. Now, you can either pay 1,500 gems or you could pay 10,000 gold. Now, me personally, I come across my gold a little bit loosely, so I'm spending a couple thousand here and there on packs every week. I could save up and do something like this, and if I get it 0 wins, I get a pack for my 10,000 gold. That's 10 times the price. If I get 1 win, I get a pack. That's kind of ridiculous. If I get 2 wins, I get 1,000 gems and 4 packs. All of a sudden, we are almost breaking even on if we were to pay gems for this. And if I get 3 wins, I get 3,000 gems, which is double the price of entry, and 6 packs. So it's a great way to earn things if you can get all your wins. Now, you'd have to get better and better, otherwise it's going to end up feeling like a waste of money. So do that at your own risk, but that's how a lot of people like to play. Premier Draft, very similar. 0, 1, you get 100 gems. 2, you get 250. 3, you get 1,000. 4, you get 1,400 and 3 packs. I don't know if I mentioned that. 2 packs, 2 packs, 3 packs, 4 packs, and 1,600 gems, 1,800 gems and 5 packs, and 2,200 gems and 6 packs. So the more you win here, the more rewards you get. And then you have the standard metagame challenge. This is basically you take a deck that is standard, it's pre-constructed, and you built it before you entered, and you play against another person, and entry fee is 400 gems or 2,000 gold, so very easy to get in, but it's going to be very competitive usually. This is where some of the top tier decks try to go. So 0 wins, you get 500 gold. 1 win, you get half your entry fee. 2 wins, you get 1,500 and a pack. 3 wins is your break even point, and you also get 3 packs. So you end up doing better. You get your entry fee back, and you get 3,000 gold worth of packs. 4 wins, 2,500 gold, 5 packs. 5 wins, 3,000 gold and 10 packs. 6 wins, it's 4,020. And 7 wins, 5,030. Now this sounds really, really good, but this will be more challenging. You have to learn how to sideboard because it's best of 3. So yeah. Lots of reward, but a little harder to get into. Jump in, I'm assuming this is a jump start. Oh, this is just like a basic one, I guess. Like an intro. So yeah, for 1,000, you can just it's like 2 different appetite varieties. Oh, okay, so it's an easy way to get started and start building a collection, and you get stuff, you get cards. The entry is really low, but the reward is also very low. So that's a great way to get started. Historic. This is for the crazy people who like to play the historic format, which uses all sorts of older cards from previous sets that are no longer in the standard sets, no longer standard legal, but they made a new format called historic. And again, very easy entry, but the decks are going to be very competitive. And you unlock some cards. I'm not sure the quality of the cards as far as what they will be, but the types of cards will always be listed here. So 3 uncommons. There's at least 3. A rare and 2 uncommons, 2 rares and 1 uncommon, 2 rares, 1 uncommon, but you also get some gold back, things like that. And the traditional historic, again, very low barrier to entry, and you get similar things. And then there's the quick draft, which is currently Zendikar Rising. And again, you get these 3 packs of Zendikar Rising, and you do the thing and draft against AI. Oh, this is the quick draft. Okay. This is the one that I do not like. I like the no pick timers, but I don't like the AI. But you get, wow, mostly just 1 pack with a chance of a second pack, but you do get gems. Your break-even point is going to be at 6 wins, which is a lot for your I guess reward, because there's no break-even. And the best you can get is 2 packs and 950 gems. It does not seem that great to me. Traditional standard event, very similar to the one we talked about before, which was the standard metagame, but another way to do it. Standard event, very low entry, very minimal reward, gold and some cards. Sealed Crimson Vow, again 2,000 gold. We already talked about that at the beginning. And then you get into what I usually do, which is play mode. This is just best of 1. It's not ranked. There's no requirement. You just build a deck from what you have, and you play, and you do what you got to do. And if you win, you win. You lose, you lose. It's no big deal. There's no, if you get so many wins or anything like that. I'm just playing to complete my quests, level up my battle pass-esque kind of stuff, whatever they call it, and get free rewards, which you can get gold and XP from these dailies and weeklies, and those level up this, which I'm on the free-to-play track, so I get a free pack every now and then, as well as these little mastery orbs, which just changes the cosmetic look of some cards. Now, if you were so to choose to buy the pay to win route, you'll get a few more things, different, basically, um, cosmetic styles to cards, plus packs, plus some gold, plus all sorts of random other things. But I am a free to play kind of guy. Brawl, which is a very unique format, which similar to Commander. It's kind of hard to explain. I don't even think I have a Brawl deck anymore because it rotates with standard and standard ranked, standard traditional. We're just keep going down here. It's all basically the same thing, but bot matches where you'll usually see a lot of newer players do stuff, and you'll still get your quest done. But you get a profile. You can choose avatar. You only get a few that you can choose from for free. That's all right. Decks, you can obviously you can have a whole lot of decks, as you just saw there, and you get access to a huge amount of cards. Again, these are all the cards that I have, and they're not. I'm completely free to play. I don't play all the time. I play once or twice a week sometimes. At most 3 times a week. I have a ton of cards. The new set just came out, so I don't have a ton of those cards. But even the set before that I didn't have a ton of time playing. If I were to go here to the filters and just go to Midnight Hunt, you can see I have 4 copies of a bunch of cards, 3 copies, 1 copy, and I just have a ton of cards. That's just from one set, and that's all completely free. So you can build decks, do what you want to do. It'll help you autofill lands, things like that. We will go to decks and discard changes. You can import decks from online. You can take yours and post them online that you built. All sorts of cool things. I might actually start doing that, but I'm not sure. Exporting them and posting them somewhere and linking it in the videos. But some of these you'll see on the channel we've already made videos for. Some of them we haven't quite made videos for yet. And some of these decks we're working on building. Now, one of the things you get when you open packs is these wild cards, and you get them for each rarity of card type. So your uncommons, your commons, your rares, and your mythic rares, and you can use these to craft the cards that you're going to need. So for instance, I don't know, let's look at, why not this one? So we have a deck here, and as you can see, most of the cards are lit up just fine, totally normal, but there's a couple here that are darker, and that's because we don't own them. We would have to craft them. If I hit craft all, you'll see turn 5 wild cards that are all rares, unfortunately. It can't be undone. Would you like to craft them? At the moment, I don't want to do that because I only have 7. I have other things I want to do right now with those, so we're going to say no. I believe this one. Oh, actually, it tells me if I just highlight over, but there's some more. There's a mythic rare, there's a rare. I think those are actually the only 2 things I need to craft, right? If I just highlight over, yep. And then you got other ones like this where I need 8 uncommons or 3 commons, 4 uncommons, 12 rares. Holy crap. Oh yeah, that's that deck. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff I've been working on building. But if building's not your thing, you can draft. If drafting's not your thing, you can play other people's decks. It's a lot of variety for a lot of people. Sorry, I had a bit of food stuck in my throat there for my dinner. But yeah, I don't think there's. Oh, and when you go to the store, there's a variety of things you can get. It takes a minute to load sometimes, and if you're just trying to get whatever's on the store page. You can go here, you can do all the things. You can get emotes and little things and cosmetics and pets and change your card styles and do all sorts of shenanigans. Make your stuff look real cool, but I don't personally care for any of that. I'd rather just get the cards I want and do it for free. So I just check the daily deals. Sometimes they have a free bunch of gold. Right here, there's a discount on the packs. So I could buy a pack, well, on a pack, I could buy a pack for 900 instead of 1,000. But I would just go here, choose the set I want. I always leave it on the current one and buy the one for 1,000. You can't choose to buy them in any higher increments without paying gems, unfortunately. So I just buy them one at a time. And then mastery, like I said, it's just all cosmetic stuff. So, you know, little tiny things where it's just gonna look better. That's not that big a deal. But yeah, I think that's all I can really talk about. You can play against friends and still complete these quests. There's a friends list and everything. It's a great way to get started. Great way to scratch the itch, and it's a deck builder's paradise because you only have to own one copy of that card to put it in a billion decks. So yeah, hopefully this has been even remotely helpful and informative. Hopefully, if you're trying to look into a way to play Magic, or if you're trying to figure out what the hell is MTGA, or if you're trying to get into Magic for the first time or trying to return, maybe this has been helpful. If you guys have any questions, you can feel free to leave them down below in the comment section, and I'll always try to do my best to get back to you. And if you want to see anything else on here, you can feel free to ask as well. If you wanted to see other videos on Magic the Gathering Arena, you can check out the channel and feel free to subscribe, because we do try to post things at least once a week if possible. And most of the videos have been me showing you a deck and playing it a few games and showing off the premise of it and how it's supposed to be played as far as my intentions. And it's all from my perspective as a free-to-play player. And if you want to see that content when it is posted, you can feel free to hit the notification bell whenever you are subbed so that it shows up in your notification box. And if you want to see other variety of content like Conan Exiles or Warframe or fighting games and all sorts of other shenanigans that we get into, you can find it on the channel as well. We're always looking for more content to post. And I think that is just about it. But I appreciate you guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. I will catch you guys later. Bye-bye.